Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, and welcome back to the Baseball Head. I hope you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. So we're going to talk about in this video all the stuff that's going on in the last 24 hours. Just craziness. But the main point of this video will be about Pete Alonso. Now, as you know, the Mets signed Juan Soto to a 15-year, 765 million years ago. You know, when you put some kind of different thing on your head, you're gonna be saying complete total gibberish. But this is what happened. Mets signed Juan Soto, one of the best players in the game, one of the best hitters in the game, probably the best hitter in the game, for a massive contract, and stole him from the Yankees. Ripped him from the Yankees' arms. And what I've watched over the last 24 hours, boy oh boy, gets the bell. Hysterically funny. Hysterically funny because, quite frankly, the Mets, this is long overdue to see the Mets do something that they've never done. And really, neither team has really competed with a player. For a player, really, the only player I can really think of that they kind of competed for was Beltran. But the Yankees' hearts weren't really into Beltran for whatever reason. They wanted to stick with Bernie Williams. For why, when they knew he was getting to the end? Couldn't tell you. But what's going on with on the side is Pete Alonso. Now, the Mets, like I said, have a lot of moves to make. Pete's got to be one of them, and it seems that the Mets are going to probably sign him. Indications are coming from the winter meetings that everybody feels that the Mets are going to bring him back, and he wants to come back. Let me read you from SNY.TV. Now, please take this video seriously. Don't let this... I look like Maria Antoinette. God. You know, I mean, just off with his head. No. David Stearns, you know, when you get this idea to do something, and then you see, it's like I got one of these powdered wigs on my head. Like I'm something from like revolutionary times in France. Jesus. David Stearns says Mets will have the resources to re-sign Pete Alonso. We'd love to bring Pete back, okay? Now, it would be great to have him back. He comes back, he's going to break the Mets' all-time home run record, probably the RBI record. With Juan Soto signing still not yet official, Mets President of Baseball Operations, David Stearns, would not comment on the reported mega deal that will see the superstar land in Queens. Of course, Stearns avoids speaking about the 15-year, $765 million signing that shook baseball on Sunday night. Didn't apply to first base and Pete Alonso's free agency. I mean, I've been saying for months that both situations are separate because it just is. The money for Pete is not nearly as crazy. You wouldn't need Steve Cohen to get involved in that kind of a deal. So that's kind of what's a little bit different. The money's more reasonable, you know, in today's market. We'd love to bring Pete back, Stearns said. When the MLB went to meetings in Dallas on Monday. Pete's been a great Met. He's had some enormous hits for us, and we'll see where that goes. And even with the large outline of capital to sign Soto out there, but not confirmed by the Mets officially, Stearns indicated there is room in the budget to re-sign Pete. Quote, I think our ownership has consistently demonstrated that there's going to be resources when we need them. He said, there's the ability for us to make baseball moves when we think they're there to improve the club. And we're going to continue to pursue a wide variety of areas to continue to improve our team. When speaking about the offseason plans in general, Stearns said the club still has a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of conversations ongoing, free agency and trades. I think this has the potential for the industry to be pretty active winter meetings. That's a good thing. Now, right now, very quiet today. I think baseball's kind of in shock. Shell shock. I know, like I said, Yankee fans are shell shocked today. I mean, they are extremely, extremely shell shocked. Because what happened here today with the Mets and the Yankees is extremely earth-shattering. And when you have such an earth-shattering kind of situation, the dust is going to take a while to settle. And to see some of the reactions to the initial reactions to Soto going to the Mets, it's quite amazing. But now to go back to Pete Alonso, we know what Pete's all about. He's a good guy. He's been a great player here. He's struggled the last 2 years. I think a lot of it has to do with this contract situation. I feel like in 2023, he didn't have much protection behind him. Plus, I think he was dealing with this injury with his wrist. He struggled this year. This was not a great year for Pete. It really didn't take him until October to really kick it in gear. And, it's one of these things that he needed to have a big October, and he did. He had one of the biggest home runs. Probably had the biggest home run in the history of this club when the Mets beat the Brewers, Devin Williams, who's going to be traded too, I think. He's going to be traded. Maybe not this week, but certainly before we get to spring training. But he had one of the biggest home runs in the Mets history, one of the biggest home runs in the postseason. He had a big home run against the Dodgers to get the Mets back to Los Angeles in the NLCS. The Mets certainly needed a guy to bat behind Soto. They certainly need a big run producer in the middle of this lineup. Keep him at first still for the moment. And quite frankly, there's really no reason not to bring him back. I mean, Christian Walker's a good player, but he's not Pete Alonso. He's not homegrown. And I've said this many times, that the importance of having him here is he's more important to the Mets than he is to anybody else. He's much more important to the New York Mets than he is to, quite frankly, say going to the Mariners or going to the Brewers or whatnot. Now, as you can tell, this is a polar bear hat. And every time I do a video on Pete, I've had this for years. I couldn't find it. I forgot all about it. Until I moved out here, I started thinking about it a couple of weeks ago. I started looking for it. And here we are. Here we are. But if you want me to keep wearing this hat when we talk about Pete Alonso, I'll have it. I'm going to wear it anyway. What am I talking about? Because I think it's fun. And, of course, if you want me to do more crazy stuff like this, wearing different hats and stuff, really creative hats, and send me your super thanks. And, of course, I want to thank the super chat that I got on Sunday night from Muttley and Love. It was very nice of him. Thank you, sir. Posted in the community. And I want to thank him and thank you for watching this video. Of course, please subscribe to Baseball Hut, and I'll see you later.